Hi guys, it's me, Michael Ankers. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for returning and welcome back. But if you're new to my channel or have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and put on post notifications to let you know what upload any video, whether that's a song cover, original song, another music related video, or indeed a vlog, because I'm trying to do some vlogs on my channel with it being December and stuff. So, in today's video, I thought I would do something a little bit different. Hopefully no one comes to me for doing this. So I'm going to be doing celebrities or sort of like well-known people that I've met or seen in 2021. And just a little disclaimer, I'm not trying to brag in any way, like say, oh, I've met such a blah, 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 yeah, me. No, that is not the intention of this video. The intention of this video is just like share some like positive things, something there's been a lot that's happened this year. So I thought, do a positive like, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something like how I've met them, and so which is like the certain ways, the certain things you may not know about guys, how I've met them. Because obviously I've said, oh yeah, I met this, you may have seen on social media when I've said I've met them or I've interviewed them or things like that. But I really wanted to like talk about who and like why I was so excited to meet them and all things like that. So it's going to be a bit of a long video, but just bear with me. So it's going to be a mixture of actors, reality TV stars, and a few other different people. So let's get into it. Okay. And I still cannot believe that I've met some of these people to start off with. So, first of all, there's going to be three, sort of. So, first, we start off with, let's talk about soap operas. So, Coronation Street slash maybe like Hollywood, just one of them has been in like Hollywood and like other things. So, for anyone who loves Coronation Street, you may be familiar with the name Julie, I can't say it, Hesman Hull, something like that. So, she played Haley in Coronation Street, but she's been in so many things. She's been in Doctor Who, I think she was an episode of The Bill, and so many things. She's an amazing actress. If you don't know her, you should do. She's amazing. I love her, especially in Coronation Street. So I met her. So I do performing arts. So we have been able to meet quite a few like people that I never thought I'd be or get to meet, or never thought I would meet. So, in early this year when it's still like the third lockdown and we are doing virtual lessons, obviously there was a lot of actors who were doing workshops and things, and one of the actors we got to like meet and like ask questions and get advice from was Julie. And she was so lovely to me. She asked my question. She was so, like, just so amazing. I cannot believe I met her. Like, she's just so lovely. And she was so sweet, so polite. And I want to thank the performing arts department at my college. So, yeah. So, similar story to, if anyone knows the actor Rob Mallard, who plays Daniel Osborne in Coronation Street, has done so for several years now. So I also met him. Well, I met him before Julie actually, but in the same way, he was. Well, we got to do a workshop with him virtually in performing arts, and he was lovely. And it's a funny story because my one of my high school, well, secondary school music teachers went to school with him, so like I spoke to him about that, and when I was asked, she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember something," So it's quite nice to have like that little like, "Oh my god," like da da da, like it was just so lovely and so funny. So then keeping up with keeping up with Coronation Street. Now there's an actress you may be familiar with, who may not, which is may not be well known to some of them, but there is an actress and also like fashion person, blah, blah, called Kimberly Hart Simpson. Now you may know her from, I think she was in Hollyoaks for a while. I'm not sure exactly sure who she played in Hollyoaks. She was also on Coronation Street, I think, like last year. She played Nikki, who was like a like who involved with the character. Obviously, like, you may remember. She was like I think it was like a sort of like a sex worker, prostitute storyline. Anyway, but she is an amazing actress. She also been Hollow. She was also more recently on Celeb Still Dating, if anyone watches that, if you're into reality dating shows. And she is lovely. So we actually got to meet her in person. This was in September. Yeah, September, because I do have a picture. So she was just so lovely and so nice, and like she asked me questions, and she was like giving us some advice, but also after like a few minutes after, she was like chatting to one of our tutors, and I got to chat with her for a bit, and she was just so lovely. And we do keep in touch, like if I, put a comment, she always replies to everyone, so we do keep in touch sort of slightly that way. But she's just really lovely, so I can't believe that I've met her, and she's just so, and hopefully I might get to interview next year for my chat show, which I'm going to actually get into now. So if you don't know, guys, I actually do a interview chat show, well, Instagram chat show. I'm in on my Instagram, where I do like Instagram live interviews. I've interviewed people from the UK, Canada, Latvia, USA, and all like other places. So the reason, like, because obviously some people on my YouTube may not necessarily know, if you don't follow me on Instagram, which is at my music, that I do interviews, and I have interviewed some people that I consider to be famous or select that have been on TV, and I still cannot believe that I have like interviewed them and met them. There's been like plenty of people that I've spoken to like in DMs, like Carol Bastin, Kelly Dodd. I'm trying to think. Tessa. Oh, but if anyone watches Real Housewives of Jersey UK, you'll know who I mean. Tessa Hartman, that's it, and all like a lot of people like trying to say, but some people couldn't be into all this, but I don't want to get into that too much. But anyway, but speaking of Real Housewives of Jersey UK, so if anyone doesn't know, I'm not talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey, if anyone watches reality shows. I'm talking about Real Housewives of Jersey UK that started last year. So obviously we have Real Housewives of Cheshire, and I've spoken to a few of them as well. But so a while ago, I messaged a few Real Housewives of Jersey UK, which is, and for anyone who doesn't know, that is Ireland. Jersey is an island between the UK, well, between like England, like I think like UK, something like that, and France, something like that. And so they got their own reality Real Housewives show there, and I messaged, I think, all the housewives, and also some of the new ones that are starting the series too soon, I think December 27th. So, and one of them, like a few of them did, but that's been put off Cities on Track Track. But one of them who is not on series 2 this season, but who was in series 1, is called Jane Rayner. So if any of you are familiar with it, if anyone's from Jersey watching this, or you've watched the show Real Housewives of Jersey UK on ITVB, which we had like from like December last year to like sort of like March this year. So I got to interview her. She was lovely, and she was just really nice. And I've interviewed her twice, and we keep in touch. Like, hi, how are you? She'll always reply to my messages, and we always keep in touch. So she's just like generally lovely, and she always makes me laugh. We have lovely chats when I've interviewed her. I might be meeting her in person next year. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe, but I'll keep an eye on my socials for that. Then, also speaking of Real Housewives, so if anyone watches Real Housewives of Orange County, you may remember in season 15, which were made like so many months ago in the UK, or you may have already seen it on like, whatever streaming platform, or if you're from the USA, you probably already seen it like ages ago. But you may remember from season 15, a lady called Elizabeth Lynn Vargas. So she was on season 15. One season has left, unfortunately. I really wanted her to have another season on, say, season 16 a bit. But, so she was on Real Housewives of Orange County. But from there, she's not Vargas Vodka, which is not her. She's involved in We Care Rescue Ranch, and she's done like many interviews, like many other people. And you may have seen her on a few TV interviews, and she's working on her own TV shows and things like that, and on podcasts. So she's not really just been known for being a Real Housewife she's like done many, and she's doing many things. But from doing Real Housewives of Ankers, she's been able to do many things and work on many things. So I got to interview her in August this year. She was so lovely. Her business assistant helped me to interview her. And she was just so lovely, and she was so nice and so caring, and she's been so supportive of my music, and she's like, oh, like, and she'll always reply, and like, she's so fun, and we always keep in touch with DM, blah blah blah, and she was so nice. I did meet her and Jane, what we saying about, both virtually. So now also someone that I consider to be like well-known celebrities. There's a podcaster called David Yontef who is with the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast, if you've heard of that, and he's interviewed so many famous singers, actresses, actors, Real Housewives, reality stars, so many people. And I actually ended up getting to interview him, which is, flip the tables. And he was just like so lovely. And I consider him to be well known because he must be well known enough to get these interviews with celebrities, all this. And he's amazing. He was lovely. Got to like have a little gossip when I interviewed him about like his certain opinions on things and things like that. And he was just like genuinely so kind and so thoughtful. So, it was really good. Then, so more recently, I watched a panto with Performing Arts. We like paid for us. So there was a few people in that I wanted to mention. So there was also like celebrities that I'd seen, and these are like I'd actually seen in person. So Kerry Katona, who was in a girl group called Atomic Kittens, and she's been on like very many different shows, and she's always in like magazines and stuff. Nathan Morris, who is an actor who's been in Hollyoaks and other things, and then Les Dennis, or his character was Les Dennis, whatever, but in Coronation, he was in Coronation Street, blah blah. So all of them were in the same panto, Sleeping Beauty, which was at Queen Elizabeth Hall in Oldham, and I didn't get to like meet them in person, but we got to see them. They did interact with some of us in the audience, and it was a really good show. So well done to them for that. And then, actually, I've got two more people. So, for anyone who is really like interested in sport, like the Paralympics or the Olympics, I got to meet. Well, we had a talk at college that we got asked to go to from this Paralympian called from Gloucestershire called Hazel Chastity. And she's a Paralympian in archery, and we got to meet her. Like I got to hold a bow and arrow as well, blah blah blah. She's got like this massive bow and arrow. Check out my Instagram, you'll probably find out there like this big purple bow and arrow. But also, I also got afterwards. I messaged her on like Instagram or Facebook or something, and I said, could I interview her because I really wanted to know more about her story. And she was just so lovely, and it was like nice to have someone to relate to with disabilities and stuff. Obviously, maybe different, like disabilities and stuff, but all differences. But she was so lovely. Like it was just lovely to hear her story about the Paralympics, doing archery, and she's been through, and everything like that. And then finally, now, obviously, I'm a YouTuber, so obviously there's a lot of YouTubers that I watch. Whether they do vlogs, reactions, song covers, music videos, whatever they do. But there was a YouTuber called The Honest Photo Coach, real name Georgina Hill Brown, and she's got like over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and she is so lovely, down to earth. So I have met her, I'd say now, twice this year, something like that. And there's been like, so she has basically, how I've met her is she has done Instagram talent shows with a few other people, and she was judging them. She's like professional vocal coach and all this, obviously YouTuber, and she basically, I got to be sing on her lap, and she was just so lovely, so down to earth. And honestly, she was really nice. Actually, I just thought of one more person in my mind. I'm sorry if I've forgotten anyone. No. So there's a rapper called Starboy Thomas UK, and he has, I think, 1 million followers on Instagram or something, or like 990 odd thousand. But he's a really nice rapper, and I've been able to like chat with him on a few lines, and I was like, I've not spoken to him for a while, but he's really nice. He's a rapper, mental health advocate, and he's just really down to earth. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry that this is one of the longest videos I have done in a while. So I hope everyone has a nice little Christmas weekend. I will, well, this current week, with it being like the week, just like the week of Christmas nearly. And yeah, so I will be uploading probably a cover or something, because obviously I've not done a cover for a while, and I want to bring the Christmassy cover to you guys. But apart from that, I'm not, and obviously I'll be doing what I got for Christmas, so keep an eye out for them. Let me know down in the comments below if there's anyone famous you've met virtually or spoken to or anything like that this month, or if there's any other celebrities that you know that I've met or people that are well known. What do you think of them? Have you met them before, or is there anyone you would really like to meet? Because there's some people I want to try and interview next year on my chat show. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at MyClantis, follow me on Instagram at MyClantis, and follow me on TikTok at MrJ47. Fantastic, yeah. So, and check me out on SoundCloud at MyClantis as well. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, just a reminder, this was not me trying to brag about what celebrities met, like, oh, get me, like, it was obviously exciting to meet them, but I wanted to just tell you guys about how I met them. Like, I wanted to talk about my interview show, because I've not really talked about it a lot on my YouTube channel. And yeah, and I'm just really glad that I've met them, and I cannot believe that I'm still in touch with some of them, and honestly, some of them I'm really like sort of like friends with, kind of, and they're just so good. And there's been so many celebrities that I've, or people I consider to be celebrities or famous, that I've spoken to, usually through DMs or Instagram or something like that, but they're just so amazing, and I want to thank you to everyone for even just like replying to a message, and I really appreciate it. All for them ones who I've met in person and been so nice to give advice, or who I've interviewed, or any way I've met them, and there's so many people who've helped make that happen, so I want to thank them guys as well if you're watching this. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.